The following portion of Ozarks Fox AM is sponsored by Midwest Technical Institute.
Welcome back. It is Healthcare Professionals Week, and we are so happy to welcome our new friend, Dr. Falgun Modia, an oncologist at Mercy Hospital and a new board member of the American Cancer Society of Southwest Missouri. So good to see you, Doctor.
Yeah,
thank you so much. So can you tell us about what you do at Mercy and being an oncologist?
So at Mercy, we are, I'm one of the 8 oncologists in Mercy, and we usually see all the patients with hematological disorders and those who are diagnosed with the cancer, and we help them to fight the cancer and beat it.
And beat it.
And beat it.
Yes.
So, I mean, obviously cancer research has come very far, but still we got to find a cure. So where would you say are we at with finding a cure, hopefully?
So that, what I say that prevention is better than cure.
Okay.
So that's why we should start with the prevention first. And that's why we can have the healthy lifestyle and we can have the good future for us. So that's why I would recommend all the persons to see their primary doctor and look for what screening is right for them. So American Cancer Society has a different tools. So you can find programs from American Cancer Society by calling 800-277-2345, or you can go to the cancer.org and find out what you can do for your better future.
So is this something, if you're with your primary care doctor, is it something that they will recommend to you of certain screenings, or if you have a high risk because of your family, possibly?
Yes. So usually, like if you see your primary care physician, and according to your age, your family history, your healthy habits. So if you are a smoker, then your primary care physician would recommend some screening for that. If you have history of some virus infection, then that will be also a risk factor for some kind of cancer in the future.
Now, this might be a silly question, but I must know. So oncology, that is all-encompassing of cancers, and then would it be more specialized cancer study?
So hematology and oncology. So oncology is for mainly solid cancers, and hematology is also with some hematological cancers like blood cancers and all that. So we cover both type of cancer, and there are different studies for different cancers, which we can enroll the patient when they are diagnosed with the cancer we have in our cancer center.
Okay.
With what you're experiencing at Mercy, are you seeing people detecting it earlier than in the past? What are the rates? How is that going?
So because of this screening, fortunately, we can detect the cancer early. So what are the screening are recommended? Like at the age of 45, everybody should have some colon screening. Now, some people doesn't like the colonoscopy, but there are different ways we can do the colon screening, like stool studies and all that. Now, for females, mammogram after the age of 40, then cervical cancer screening, then for males, prostate cancer screening. So there are many screening we recommend when we see the patient in the primary care physician clinic.
Would you say, because you were saying, for men this age, for women that age, is it ever too early to get screened? Could that backfire in any way?
So usually like screening, primary care physician and insurance, they all kind of look into that. So usually they look into the best age. What is the best age to do screening? What is the benefit of it? Because if we do early and if we find something, we will give lots of stress to the person, even though it's a kind of false positive, because sometimes we do screening and it gives us false information. So that will increase their stress for that time period.
And did I read, I was talking with Sherry, our common friend too, that 1 in 3 people will experience some type of cancer?
Type of cancer, yes.
That seems high.
Yep. And that's why we need to go for the prevention measures. And that's why we should have avoid, what is the #1 cause for the cancer? Leading cause is tobacco use.
Really?
So that's why we should avoid tobacco, we should avoid alcohol use if we can. We should have safe sexual practices. We should have activity. So because being sedentary lifestyle is also one of the risk factors for the cancer.
Wow.
So those are the things we need to look for.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there's so many different things that you got to be on top of your health, no matter what. what would you say to somebody watching that maybe has never really wanted to go to the doctor, but they are feeling off, but they just don't like going to the doctor?
So if you have noticed some kind of lumps on the neck area, armpit, groin area, if you have severe bone pains, headache, dizziness, jaundice, trouble breathing, these are the things which could be a sign of some kind of something is going on and need to be explored. And if you do the, you find some lump on your breast, this would be the another thing you need to look for.
Are you seeing we have a higher survival rate now in beating cancer? Because you said we want to beat it.
Yes.
Are you seeing more people beating it?
So we are getting more and more studies, more and more new drugs are coming, so we are getting more chances. I have many patients who has a stage 4 lung cancer and they are still surviving more than 4 or 5 years, and some of them are lucky with it because of the new interventions of immunotherapy and targeted drugs.
And you know, it's fascinating too. I have a friend going through breast cancer. She had a mastectomy, but she's taking chemo pills versus the drip, and I didn't even know there was. Like the medicine is really evolving all the time, so she just has to do pills. And I was like, that's fascinating how far we've come medically.
That's are all the targeted drugs. Because of the DNA mutation, we look into the patient's cancer cells. And that's how we decide that only the pills can sometimes benefit the patients.
Wow.
That's awesome. Okay, so for our viewers, where can they go for more information about Mercy, oncology? What's the best website or phone number?
So for Mercy, as I said, like you can log into the Mercy website and look for your what kind of doctor you are looking for. If you look for primary care physician, you can look into the Mercy website, and you can look for oncology or hematologist on the Mercy website.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so
Doctor.
much. And you can also go to cancer.org to find out more about the American Cancer Society as well.
All right, you guys. Ozarks Fox AM will be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
The preceding portion of Ozarks Fox AM was sponsored by Midwest Technical Institute.